Oh, glorious Contra. This is a game that I think a lot of people, a lot of people really struggle with, especially growing up. As a kid, as an 80s kid, born in 85, and playing this when I was of age was one of the hardest experiences of my life, I think. And I think a lot of people, even to this day, still have trouble with Contra. It's really just a game of, well, I don't know. It's just trial and error. It's honestly not really that hard of a game as long as you play through it and you understand, like, okay, this is coming up next, this is coming up next, which, I mean, in turn takes a bit of practice. Not gonna lie, I've played this game quite a bit throughout my entire life, so I kind of remember most of these things. There's a lot of stuff I don't remember, especially towards like the later stages, like stage 5 and whatnot. We actually got lucky playing through this. Didn't actually get a single death, luckily. I've only done that a handful of times. But I do use the spread shot gun in this game because it just makes it, honestly, a bit too easy. As you can see right there, you can just rush up to that boss. If you have spread shot, at least. I think it's called spread shot. Anyway, it's the thing that shoots tomatoes. The weapon I'm using currently. Using that ability just really does make the game a lot easier. That on top of the R upgrade, which I don't really know what the R stands for either. Maybe it's a rifle upgrade, I'm not sure. But the R upgrade for the gun allows it to shoot a little bit faster. Another thing you're going to have a little bit of thumb dexterity. Especially your right thumb, because you're going to be constantly shooting your weapon over and over again. Like I said, it's really a game of trial and error. It's a lot like Mega Man games and such back then. Ninja Gaiden, for example. Very hard game on the outside, but once you dig deep into it and memorize every location of enemies and things of that nature, it's really not that bad. I always thought the stages that are like from like the down to up position instead of side scrolling, it was super cool. Another stage that's kind of different in this game that was kind of cool at the time because you didn't see too much of it is actually stage 3, where we're coming up on now, the waterfall stage. Just having a stage that's not, you know, linear going from left to right. And I don't know why I made these snafus. I was playing this on my Switch. And you'll notice a few more times during the game that, or during the playthrough, that screen will pop up. I was playing it on my Switch and I guess I got fat hands, I don't know. But, my index finger on my left hand always taps the left trigger, so that pops up. But, yeah, stages like this where you're just going up and down, or, well, basically just up. It was really cool back in the day. Because usually everything was left to right. Right here I made a little bit of a snafu. That B is actually, think of it as a Starman from Mario Brothers. You're just invulnerable. Got another R. They don't stack. So your gun doesn't shoot even faster. See, you're glowing right here. It's nice. But it can also be a trap because you get comfortable being invincible. There's no sound effect that wears off that, you know, lets you know, hey, it's about to wear. So, you know, just after about 10 seconds, you need to start trying not to get hit again. This stage I could have done a whole lot quicker. But I don't know. It had been a bit since I've really practiced Contra. I played through it on my stream the other day, but it had been a bit since I'd like sat down and played through the stages over and over again. And I just kind of took my time with this playthrough instead of rushing. Boss right here, very scary the first time you run into him. Just gotta keep cool. Just dodge the fireballs. And keep shooting up. You have to be really careful when these arms like extend to you like that. Because if you get in its face, trying to blow it up quicker, or quickly, it will actually shoot a fireball sometimes, which will just kill you. It's instant. You gotta be a little careful there. That boss really isn't too big of a deal. That position that I had, where I could literally just shoot straight up and hit him while he couldn't hit me with a fireball, makes that boss a bit easier. There we go, hitting that button again and again. I really don't know why I did that. Fat hands. Funny thing in this stage, and also on the side scroller stages, you can get into a rhythm with your shots, where you can shoot the spread shot almost like a machine gun. It's kind of weird to do. You have to do it as you're moving forward. You'll notice it. See how I'm shooting like constantly? Usually you can only have 2 waves of this gun on screen at one time. You can't shoot a third wave. It's kind of like in Mega Man games how you can only shoot, what, I think 3 pellets at once on the screen at one time. In this game, it's weirdly done. But you'll notice like the shots will fire funny. Like you'll see one shot not shoot the entire spread of bullets. Like it'll shoot like maybe 1 or 2. I don't have it right now. You'll see it plenty of times during the playthrough. Screwed up there. Didn't actually kill that thing off before I let it go. There's fat hands again. Another thing that throws people off that are new to this game, in these stages, there's that little electrical fencing that's there. You can actually run into it. It won't kill you. It'll just stun you. But I mean, that obviously opens you up to be shot. But yeah, it's a lot of people see that and they're like, oh my god, I'm gonna die if I move up. It's not true, but you may. I'm always too lazy to kill the top end wall shooter there on the last, like, areas. This boss can be one of the more fun bosses in the game if you do, like, a rifle-only run. Like your original starting gun. Oh, and just as a side note, the shooter turrets, you want to take those out before you kill the other, like, little light up panels. If you kill all the panels that don't shoot at you, that spawns the boss. You really don't want to have a turret shooting at you on top of this transformer thing, blasting, I don't know what this is, like little bubbles at you at the same time. Makes a bit of a struggle. I really have no idea what that boss is. It just looks like Optimus Prime to me. That is actually the last of the base stages that we have to do. And they just throw everything else at you. As you can see right here, see how some of the shots are singles and not full spread? If you keep that rhythm up, you can keep that going. It's actually really good. It makes the spread shot even more powerful in my opinion. This stage has a lot of these guys with little turrets, like those guys. They're such a pain in the ass. They throw them in such positions that are really annoying. Like right here, where you got to be quick. If they pop on your screen, you basically want to duck. If you don't, I mean, they shoot and fire like really quickly. The guys in the water there are kind of annoying. The flashing that you just seen, that's basically a screen clear. Almost died right here. For some reason, I didn't see that guy down there until it was too late. Another reason you want to have spread shot is these guys. You just have your rifle right here, this thing will wear your thumb to shreds. Unless you have like auto fire or something, but oof. Things are rough. I always thought the music was really good in this game. Oh, again, you don't have to duck the guys with the turrets, you can also jump them, but I usually just duck for safety's sake. If you jump, you kind of set yourself up into a bad position if there's more things coming at you. Obviously, you watch out for the grenade throwing trees. Yeah, going back to what I was saying at the beginning of the video, as a kid, I think this is true for a lot of people. This is one of the hardest games to play. I mean, there's a reason why the Konami code's so popular. If you got the spread shot, you can actually kill that thing without any hassle. If you have spread shot, you can kill most bosses in this game without any hassle. In the energy zone. If there's one stage I always die in, it's this one. You'll notice that I will really take my time through this stage. Not because of these things, but it's because of the fire. And you'll see what I mean pretty soon. These pipes will... Ooh, almost died there. These pipes will like fire off little blazes of fire that you have to time to jump over. I usually go the top route here, but since the L or the laser power up is right there, which I hate, didn't go to top route this time. Take your time through this area, jump and duck. Unless you're speed running, obviously you're going to be trying to squeeze in as much distance as you can. This flame spout you can actually jump over the top of, like so. Very tricky. Wasn't sure how far that flame right there reached. Taking my time. And also, like I said, you got to be careful of the guys on turrets. Always. This part, a little weird. Just got to get your timing down and walk off of it and duck instantly. Another duck. Another reason I don't jump, because these flame spouts right here will kill you. Here you think you're like kind of in the clear, then you get to run into this boss that's honestly a joke, but he can kill you. He throws this disc out that gets really close right here. Wasn't expecting it. If he's running at you, just jump over his head, light him up. There you go. That's, you literally seen all of his moves. He'll throw a disc at you, you jump it. He'll run at you, you jump him. He bounces in anger, you watch. That's about it. This is very reminiscent of Double Dragon 2 in my opinion. Well, I guess Double Dragon 2 would have ripped off of Contra at this point. I think Contra came out in 87, if I'm not mistaken. It was actually an arcade game first before it came to the NES, which I actually didn't know that. Played the arcade version? Nope. Arcade version not nearly as good as the NES version, in my opinion. NES version just felt great. Yeah, overall, I'm a huge Contra fan. I do love the first one. The second one's pretty fun too. I don't like it as much as I do the first one. You know, they added some new abilities that were pretty cool, like the little the fireball you can shoot that blows up and whatnot. Pretty cool stuff. Super Contra, or well, Contra 3, Alien Wars. One of my most favorite games of all time. I do love that one. Played through it on stream. Did a hard mode playthrough. Really fun game. I definitely can't do that without dying though. I'm not that good. Right here, I screw up. I usually go up top. Honestly, in like 99% of my playthroughs of Contra, I go up top. So this is new to me. Seeing how learning the pattern of these things. And you'll see on this last one, it kind of throws me for a loop. I'm like, wait, what do I do here? I don't know if you can jump over that or not. I was thinking about doing it, but I hadn't died yet, so I didn't want to test it. Like, huh. But I think it like goes down like 9 times, and then it gives you a chance to go underneath it. But I also had this thing, these runners coming at me. So yeah, this... Always go the top route. Don't go the bottom route. Top route, you destroy 3 spike walls. Bottom route, you scare yourself. Always be on the lookout as well as for the guys in turrets. They are everywhere. Right here, you want to constantly be shooting because of that wall. These guys are kind of troll. They throw 2 of them at you in a row, and then I think a third. Yeah, another right here. 4th. They're really trying to get you with those. This boss, not really a boss. It's kind of like, it's really reminiscent of the first boss you run into. The giant, I don't know, the tower, whatever it is. Just run at the area you need to destroy and destroy it. Boom, done. Pretty simple. Alien's Lair is a lot more scary looking than it is scary. Obviously, the first time you come through here, you're like, you're amped. Maybe you're on your last continue. Maybe your last life. So it's a scary place, but you know, once you play Contra enough, you'll get the hang of it. You'll get here. Finish it off easy peasy. These things, I don't know what these things are. These little mouths on the wall. You want to destroy those very quickly because, well, for one, those little, I don't know what they are. The little lights or whatever that they shoot out. Those things actually start off slow, but then they track you and just speed towards you. Like, it can be very dangerous, if not put you in a position to be killed. But, yeah, take those out as soon as you can, obviously. Now we start running into face huggers, which... Yeah, I'm guessing face huggers were a thing. I mean, this was 87, so it was obviously after Alien, I believe. So, guessing they ripped that off. But this is the heart. This is the last boss. All you need to do... You can take out the pods that spawn these face huggers. Or you can just go straight for the heart. I usually take out the bottom 2 pods and then go for the heart. But fairly easy boss. Just a little bit of jumping. And that's that. That is the end of the nightmare of my childhood. Between Contra and Metroid 1. Those are the 2 games I struggled with as a child, but... Congratulations, you've destroyed the Vile Red Falcon and saved the universe. We can consider ourselves a hero. We good peoples. The endings on the NES games back in the day weren't really the greatest. But the music's good. We'll sit here and enjoy the music for a minute. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this trip down. Well, for me, it was a trip down memory lane. Maybe you guys are struggling with the game yourself. If you are, and you have any further like questions, go ahead and shoot some questions in the comments for me. I'll try and answer them as quickly as I can. I know I used to struggle with this game a lot as a child, so it just takes a lot of practice at the end of the day. Very rewarding game, though. Once you get to the point where you can beat it using a rifle only, or as I call it, the pea shooter, the very first gun you start with. Very, 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 very nice thing to do. Feels good. And guys, if you like this video, make sure to like, favorite, and subscribe for me. I would appreciate it. And we'll see you all on the next one.